Hello, welcome to Leadership as a Philosophy, Not a Checklist, Chapter 4, Revisited, the Competency. Going to get right into it. This is the 7th time I've done this one because it's a lot. So, competency. My contention is, and I think that it's going to bear out with evidence, that leadership is a creative ability or a creative talent, just like any other creative talent in its rareness, and the fact that you can't necessarily teach the talent. So let's go through and look at a couple of things real quick. First of all is Price's Law. Price's Law says that 10% of any group is doing 50% of the work. So here's a quick little thing. So you got your 10% of the employees have to work. Easy. Well, is that they're the most productive because they're the most trained, they're the most skilled, they have the most motivation, or they just happen to have the talent at it that makes them really good at it? So in the total amount of work that's getting done, unless everybody else is super lazy, let's say that everybody's equally trained and equally motivated, you're still only going to have people that are going to do more work than everybody else. It's a law. Okay, this is the one that I use that just smacked me over the head and shoulders, right? So the Pareto Distribution is 20% of the group has 80% of the wealth. Look at wealth as talent. Okay, whatever. This applies to trees. 20% of the trees have 80% of the size, right? The easiest way to look at it is the way it works with millionaires and billionaires, or people with money. So this is the total distribution of all the money in the planet. Got it? So that means a whole bunch of people have money, and then up here, maybe we start getting into the millions, and here's the billionaires. Well, let's chop off 80%, blap, and let's say that starts at $1 million. And then you stretch this $1 million over here to where the 5 was. So now you have a bunch of people with a few $1 million, and suddenly you get to the multimillionaires and then the billionaires. Chop it off again. Every time you take this sample, even if you do the top 5 billionaires, you're going to have one that's at the bottom, and then three of them like this, then 2 and 1 that has all the money in the planet. And so that's how the Pareto distribution works. It works with galaxies. It works with stars. It works with everything else. So let's take this with leadership. If this was the entire population, all of these people don't have the leadership ability, or the leadership talent. And then it starts to go up. Okay, and then suddenly you get lots of talent. My contention is, why don't we chop it off right here? Plunk. So this group is what we start working with. So identify this 20%, expand this out, and now you're working with people that have leadership ability. And then we develop that leadership. Right? I mean, it seems complicated, but here's the deal. Why do I come up with this idea? Because you've seen it where there's terrible organization, everybody hates each other, everything's falling apart, person in charge leaves, and a leader shows up, and suddenly everything's working. The exact same instruments, the exact same tools, the exact same conditions exist, except for one thing changed, and suddenly it's all better. That's a creative talent because you were able to use everybody's creative capabilities. So here's some quick examples. With artists, we know painters, composers, this entire list of people all recognize each other's work, and most of them didn't go to school for their They mentored with somebody. They mentored with somebody until that mentor developed them as best they could. Then they went and found another mentor. Right? So if we know that all of these talents are rare, then why do we say we can make anybody a leader? Because we never say you can make anybody any of these things. Here's some other examples with science. Right? Mathematicians, physicians, scientists, professors. You can make anybody a great mathematician? No. People know people's brains are wired differently. Physicians, scientists, professors, it's all the same thing. There's 20% of these groups are able to do these things. You take a population, 20% can do X, Y, Z. So why the heck do we keep saying we can make anybody a leader? No, you can't. Because they don't have the latent ability. So what we do is we muck around with all these people down here saying we can make anybody a leader, and we should be working on this 20%. Okay, 7th try. And I got 10 seconds left. So y'all get a break. Have a great day.